Hey sewing friends, I am so excited to be back. It has been a minute. I was gone for most of the summer, and then I was gone like a little bit extra because my health has been it's been a rough time. I got really sick before my trip. I got sick during my trip, and then as soon as I landed, I tested positive for COVID. So it's been a rough ride these last couple of months. But in between all of that, I had a really amazing time in America. I got to see friends and family. There's never enough time, but it still was really great to see everybody as much as I could. We did lots of cool nature things. I got to see the August meteor shower from Mount St. Helens, which was just so incredible. I got to go to a concert of one of my favorite bands. I got to see Boy Genius. So it was a really, really beautiful time. I got to do some fabric shopping. Now I am going to save what I got for a different video. Otherwise this one will just be super long. I figured I would prioritize my September plans first, since it's the beginning of September already. So I wanted to share those first, and then I'll do a little separate video with what I got in America. But yeah, so I'm really excited. I got my sewing machine back from being serviced. They made quite a few tweaks to it, more than I was expecting. So I'm really excited to dig into some projects and yeah, to share what I'm hoping to make this month. So some of these fabrics I have talked about on here before, and hopefully this is the month that I finally get them made. So starting off with this one, this is the Atelier Brunette Viscose Twill, and the print is called Twig. It's from a couple years ago, so I'll try to find a link. I know it's still out and available in the world, I think. But this is the ochre, and I had mentioned this a couple months ago. I set out to do a little pattern comparison between the Tilly and the Buttons Mabel dress and the Seamwork Meg, which to that point had been my favorite pattern. They're really similar, peasant style dresses. And yeah, so I was comparing the two of them, and the deal was I would be doing wearable muslins of both patterns, and then whichever one I liked better would get to be made up in this beautiful, beautiful fabric. So I did end up making the Meg and the Mabel, and I have lots of notes to share with you guys, but I'm gonna get the winner made up. I'm not gonna say which one it is just yet, but once I make this one up, I will do a little video sharing my thoughts about both patterns, and then you'll get to see which one this became. So that is the plan for this one, and I am very excited to finally get it made up. It was supposed to happen in June, but again, health just went all over the place. So yeah, very excited to finally get this done. So this next one I'm very excited about because it is going to be my dress for the Minerva anniversary party. So I'm really excited to go over to Manchester at the end of this month. Yeah, the party is on the 30th, and I'm gonna fly over, spend the night, and then have, so I'll be at the pop-up shop in the afternoon, and then at the party in the evening. I'll spend the night, and then I'll have the rest of the day, I'll have most of the day Sunday in Manchester. It's kind of my first well, it's my first solo trip to somewhere new. I've definitely traveled on my own, to see friends and family and stuff, but this is gonna be my first solo trip, my first time in the UK. So I am super excited. Plus, I've gotten to see kind of who's coming to the party. If you are coming, definitely let me know. I'm getting really excited. It's kind of my first big sewing event. Big, I don't know how big it's even going to be, but yeah, I'm really excited to meet more people. So if you are going, definitely let me know. And yeah, so this is going to be my dress. I want to make the Victory Patterns Sophia dress. It is the like sheared bodice. It's got some nice like puff sleeve options. And I really like hemmed and hawed about what I was going to make for this because I wanted to do something really fancy. I mean, like Patrick Grant is going to be there, which is incredible. And I have some like special occasion fabrics in my stash, but I just like wasn't feeling very inspired. Like I knew that I'd really need to be comfortable. Yeah, we're gonna have like dinner and dancing, so I definitely wanted it to be like something that I could move in. Yeah, so like comfort needed to be like my main priority, but I also wanted it to be something that I would wear again. I didn't want to make just like something that was only going to see like the light of day a couple of times a year. So the Sophia was on my Make 9, or rather Assured dress was on my Make 9. So I think this print is going to be really nice for it. I like that it's small. I think that's kind of been the thing that's been like putting me off making the Sophia dress is most of my fabrics like are bigger prints, and I don't like it so much when like the shearing effect really changes the like dynamics of the print. So you have like the big print still at the skirt, but then it's all kind of like looks a little smushed on the bodice. But I think that won't happen with these. Like it's just like kind of a little like Art Deco-y. It reminds me of like Art Deco little motif there. So that's gonna be this one. Yeah, it is a little more casual perhaps for the party, but I've got some great shoes and yeah, maybe I'll do like some big earrings or something to dress it up a little bit. But yeah, that's going to be my dress for the Minerva anniversary party. So this next one is a little bit boring, not gonna lie. I've got some cotton jersey and I'm gonna make some loungewear. So I am going to be making the Pattern Scout Comfi set. I made a set a couple years ago and it just doesn't fit me very well anymore, and I really need some more sleepwear slash loungewear. Yeah, I really don't have like anything good, and I've kind of gotten away with it for the summertime, but now that it's getting like chillier in the mornings and the evenings, I definitely want some more cozy clothes. So I really love the Comfi set, and I think it will be great with this cotton jersey. I got it from Minerva, so full disclosure, they sent it to me in exchange for a blog post, which will be ready once I actually like cut in and sew everything up. But yeah, the Comfi set is such a great pattern. I really loved the first set that I made, and then I've used the t-shirt that comes with the pattern I think like 4 or 5 times. It's like my go-to, or rather it was my go-to for a fitted t-shirt until the Helen's Closet Dawson tee. But I think I'm just gonna stick with the Comfi set. Like it's all in one envelope, so I'm just gonna do that. I do have to resize the pattern. I need to take it down a little bit so that this one will actually fit me a little bit better. So that is the plan for this one. And then the last project that I'm hoping to work on this month is a refashion. So this is a dress that I made like 2 years ago, I think. It is the Tamsin dress from By Hand London, and I really never wore it. It has been hanging out in my Doom box for ages because it just ended up being really too big on me, and it made me feel really like frumpy every time I wore it. So I was not a fan of that, which is such a shame because I love this fabric. I love the print. It's a viscose twill. It might still be available. I know it's sold out from where I got it, but yeah, I'll see if I can find it below. But yeah, so it was too big in the like chest, so it was like trying to fall off my shoulders a whole bunch. And then I'm just really not a fan of a maxi midi length gathered skirt, which is what the Tamsin has. So I've got a lot of fabric to work with, and initially I was thinking I would just take it apart, resize the bodice, and then put it back together. But now I'm not so sure. So I kind of want to take it apart and see just how much fabric I'm looking at. I may still end up going, I may still do that where I just size it down as the Tamsin dress to where it fits me. But I'm kind of thinking that I maybe want to do something new with it. Like if I'm going to go through all of the effort to take it all apart, yeah, I might end up getting creative. We'll have to see how much fabric is really there. And because like the bodice is princess seams, like there's probably not a ton that I can take from the bodice, but the sleeves are huge. They've also got these like pin tucks in them, so it's like a really big bell sleeve. The skirt, like, I mean, this is how much skirt there is from the waistline to the hem. And then it is, well, actually, if I can show you the hem, this is how wide it is. So there should be a lot of fabric to work with there. I do want to keep it a dress, like fingers crossed, but maybe it will be a blouse or a skirt. Again, I've got to take it all apart and then figure out what I'm going to be doing with it. So those are my project hopefuls for the month. Now I'm going to try to like be patient with myself. I'm trying to find the balance between like working with my energy, especially after having COVID. I know sewing is something that like gives me energy and is really like revitalizing and relaxing. So I feel really good about like having sewing goals for the month, but at the same time, I really need to practice listening to my body and see where we end up. So I may end up like making all the things and having that be like a good healing situation, or I may end up making like not any of the things, depending on like, yeah, how I'm feeling. So interested to see how that goes. But yeah, that is what I'm hoping for. Again, I'm really excited. It's been like almost 3 months since I've gotten to sew anything. So really excited to get back at it, see how it goes. And of course I will report back to you. And I'll be back next week to share the little mini fabric haul from my trip. Thanks so much for watching. And yeah, let me know what you're making this September. If you're like, I really struggled, I'm not gonna lie, with like trying to figure out what I was gonna plan for, because like it's not fall yet. I'm a firm believer that like fall does not start until the end of September. But it also got super cold here last week, and then this next week is gonna be really hot again. So let me know if you're like ready to make the seasonal transition, whether you're moving into fall or perhaps into spring. Yeah, or if you're just kind of like holding out for the last bits of summer. Yeah, I'd love to know what you're sewing, what you're working on. Let me know in the comments below or over on Instagram. And yeah, that's it for me today. Yeah, till next time, happy making, guys. Bye.